Throughout 2019, we're following the history of the F1 World Championship to mark the milestone of the 1000th Grand Prix. Today, we're looking at the records that will be hard to beat. That starts with Alfa Romeo, who won all 6 Grand Prix in the inaugural World Championship back in 1950. Though none of the European teams took part in the Indy 500, also part of the championship back then, it's the only 100% Grand Prix win record. The 1960s were dominated by Jim Clark. Between 62 and 65, the Flying Scot posted 8 perfect weekends or Grand Slams, taking pole, leading every lap, setting the fastest lap and winning the race. The Lotus legend won 18 races during this period, including the 1963 Belgian Grand Prix by almost 5 minutes on his way to the first of his 2 world titles.
Jim Clark's a very special name in motorsport worldwide, especially in Scotland. You know, he kick-started the fire, I think, in so many of our fans and racing drivers, being regarded as one of the best, if not the best ever.
1971 saw the closest ever finish. Driving a McLaren, Englishman Peter Gethin beat Super Swede Ronnie Peterson to the line by just 100th of a second to win the Italian Grand Prix. It was Gethin's only F1 victory. In 1988, the McLaren team achieved near dominance, winning a record 15 out of 16 races. The victories were shared by 2 legends of the sport, Alain Prost taking 7 while Ayrton Senna won 8 and the driver's title. At Jerez in 1997, the racing got even closer in qualifying for the European Grand Prix. Jacques Villeneuve, Michael Schumacher and Heinz-Harald Frentzen all recorded identical lap times, but Villeneuve had set it first, so claimed pole and won the race. Moving into the 2000s, Ferrari and Michael Schumacher took over and recorded their most dominant season in 2004, when the German won 13 out of 18, the most by a single driver in an F1 campaign. And finally, the youngest ever Grand Prix winner was Max Verstappen, who stepped up into the Red Bull senior team at the Spanish Grand Prix in 2016 and immediately stormed to victory at 18 years and 228 days old.
The whole weekend was, of course, very hectic, just joining the team and getting used to the car, which I'd never driven before. As a young driver, you're always looking at the drivers on the podium and you're just hoping that one day you're standing there as well. And for me, the first time on the podium was a win, so that made it, of course, extra special.